All right, we're back for another episode of the CYA Sideline Podcast here at the Field House in Chantilly, Virginia. I'm joined by Mark and Scott, and we're going to talk a little sports. We got some football stuff, playoffs, college CFP championship. Playoffs started with the NFL this past weekend, wrapping up today. And maybe we'll throw out a little bit of our Mount Rushmore of sports as it gets into that time of year where it's a lot of sports going at once. So we can talk about things that we like the most.
I like it.
So let's kick it off a little bit. Scotty, talk to me about the CFP this weekend, semifinals on Thursday and Friday. What were your thoughts, feedback, and where do you see kind of with the championship going? Let's just shoot the breeze on that.
I enjoy college football. I thought it was good. Man, Indiana, they crushed. I can't say enough about them. They're playing great. In the championship, though, I'm taking Miami in the points. I'm just going to say it right now. I just feel like the ball bounces Indiana's way a lot. And I think a lot has to do with they're good. So it does that.
They're much better than I thought.
Yeah.
Right? To see them come out, and I know you were big on Oregon, Mark, and them winning it all. Indiana just looked so much better. And I don't think I picked Alabama to beat them if they made it to that point. Indiana just looks like the best team in football right now. And I know things can go different ways, but they all three phases. I don't know what you think, but
I don't know how any gambling person would gamble against Indiana right now. I don't know if it's that they're so much better, but seeing them take down Alabama, we all thought, well, Alabama's not where they were a year, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But Oregon seems to be where they were, and they've got a lot of pieces in place. They've got a receiving core that's great. Their running game is. I'm surprised that they dismantled them
they
to
got
that
a top
degree.
2 quarterback pick too. Like it's
Yep.
I think that was a little stock down for Dante Moore.
he looked rough. I mean,
the biggest thing he had problems with, and I don't break down film or any of that stuff, but he had trouble, and I'll give Indiana credit for this, recognizing where the blitz was coming from.
Mhm.
He'd be looking and he'd get pressured and he'd have to throw the ball, and he was never comfortable back there. And I give that to Indiana, but I feel like he could have recognized that a little better.
and I think starting off with a pick six,
Yeah,
the first play of the
that
game.
was just bad luck.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing, it's the guy doesn't jump the route. Maybe he throws a little better pass, goes up and over the jump. If he picks that up, I mean, it's going 6 the other way.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But he threw it late. If you watch that over a few times,
it could have went either way if he makes that decision a little quicker.
Yeah.
We're talking a 7-0 game, first play of the game for
Yeah.
Oregon, and then who knows what happens. But
You're right.
No, that was a
Right.
shame. I was sad to see that. I wanted to see more of a fight put up, but right now Indiana and even Miami looked really good. Although you've got 2 coaches. It's funny, both of those guys, they seem like they're not real friendly guys. They seem a little,
Agreed.
and so they're going to be working those guys hard. And I guess they both have a
they're
reputation
just
for
locked
that.
in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they get locked in on their mission, and Mark and I were talking about it off air. It's kind of cool. Right there, Indiana Cignetti's building a bit of a foundation there, where his OC and DC have been with him since 2014.
That's impressive.
And they saw the writing on the wall. Like they're not jumping to leave. I think I saw the article at IUP. They were making $8,000 a year, and the OC is about to make 1.4 going into 2026.
Good for
Right?
him.
Just wait
Yeah.
your time, and you're committed to a process. And they must have seen something that Kurt was doing, and really liked it, and trusted in the process. And I think that's something you can sell to players too. Especially in this day and age where players jump so much to get the next buck and who wants me now and I'm going to play and I need money and things. You see a lot of Indiana. What I've noticed in the couple games, seeing them all the time, is they do play for each other. I think they're committed to that process and wanting to compete and achieve that goal together rather than the stuff you get in the NIL era where it's me.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have a take on that.
No,
but-
I sense the same thing. I mean, with them, they play as a team. They do a really good job outside of Mendoza. I mean, they do have some stars on their team, but it's more name recognition because they've done so well, and the stars is the right word. But I go back to Cignetti. He's keeping everybody. Nobody's leaving, but there's a lot of chatter that he might leave.
Yeah.
I mean, if Mendoza goes number 1 to LA, they got a coaching opening. I haven't heard much talk about that. I mean, Las Vegas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not much chatter about who they've been interviewing or anything like that. They could be waiting until next Monday, saying that I'm going to get a 2-for-1 deal here with Cignetti and Mendoza and just roll with it.
And maybe they get the whole staff in the NFL together, and
Yeah.
they go build an organization together. Because I don't know what Las Vegas is doing. They're paying 5 guys right now to be the coach of the Raiders. 5 guys they fired and paid $80 million is what they're paying out right now for coaches they don't employ anymore. So
Dang, that is crazy. Well, we'll see. It'll be fun to watch. I mean, I hope it's a good game. I hope Indiana.
It's bound to be a good game. These two,
hope
both
so.
of these teams. I mean, it looks like they're. I mean, Miami is hitting on all cylinders.
man, I
Miami's
was really
defense
pulling
was
for Ole
awesome.
Miss in that game.
Me
They
too.
were right there.
Yeah.
The Chambliss kid is fun to watch. I think he's going to court now. I saw he's going to state court for that waiver to try to get that extra year of eligibility. If he doesn't, watch out for him in the NFL.
Why
I
doesn't
think
he go to the NFL? Do you think he makes more?
I think he wants one more year to prove because he's only had 1 year at the high level. He's played Division II Ferris State.
And I think he makes more. He made a comment about
Yeah,
that.
he
Like,
might make
my
more.
family could really use this money.
Yeah.
I think he said something like that. So I do think the money is part of it because I think in the NFL he's not going to be drafted super high. He'd be drafted like on.
But
Saturday
who
or
knows?
something
He
like that.
raised his stock. That
Yeah.
could change. I mean,
He
the
goes to
playoff.
combines and stuff. And
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
look at think back to when Jackson Dart was when he came out of Ole Miss, he wasn't being talked about first round, and then as time went, all of a sudden you start hearing more about him,
Picking up.
and I feel like Chambliss may be the same way.
And the one concern is, and it always comes up, is his size.
Yeah.
He's a little small. They compare him to a Kyler Murray type player, and
yeah.
that can hurt him. But he's had to have increased his stock with the way
Yeah.
he's played in the CFP.
You think Mendoza's clearly the number one pick?
I think so. After what they did to Oregon, he's thrown more touchdowns than incompletions in the 2 playoff games. So
That's crazy.
he had 3 incompletions in the semifinal and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, he's spinning it, and it's like, I mean, he's throwing some darts into tough windows, and there was a couple passes where guys are wide open, but that's kudos to them running good routes, and maybe Oregon not playing the greatest defense on the back end, but he's looked good.
He does throw a tight spiral too. You see that? I mean, they show like the replay. I mean, you know who else does a tight spiral? It's Carson Beck.
Yep.
He does. So I mean, Carson Beck is not as good as Mendoza. I know people might get on me about that, but he's a prototypical pro quarterback. He's about 6'4" with a big arm. I bet some people he's going to get drafted. I mean,
Everybody in his recruiting class has been in the NFL for 3-4 years.
Exactly.
Now, right? Like, so, yeah, he should be standing out at the college level. I think
well, he's 23, right?
23, 24, something like that.
How old's Mendoza?
About
Same
the same
thing.
age.
And
23.
Mendoza's junior.
Yeah.
I don't know who's older in the long run, but I know Mendoza still has
I
another
think-
year. He
I
can
think-
stay if he wanted.
Mhm.
Carson Beck is going to go, I think, one or
Second
two.
round.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
You
Because
think
if
the
you-
latest he goes is second round?
No, I think, in fact, I'd say the earliest. I don't think he goes first round, but something's telling me that he is a solid second because of those tools that you say. I mean, the guy,
He's 6'4",
especially if they win the national championship, he's played well. He has challenges here and there throughout the game.
The very first 8 to 10 minutes of that game, he did not look great. Even my buddy was texting and it's like, ooh,
I just think it's too much of that.
He started
Right?
clicking.
Like, I think there's a switch for him, and sometimes that switch is off, and you can see it. He's got that Eli Manning face. And I know Eli won 2 Super Bowls and did all that, but it's almost like that dumbfounded look on his face, and he looks confused at times. And then all of a sudden, there's times where he's, like you said, absolutely locked in. He can spin it, and he's hitting guys, throwing it in the tight windows. But I don't know if you can do that in the NFL.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. That's another guy who's if he skips the combine or something, that'd be dumb because I think he needs to go there and
He's
show
gotta
off
go
that
show
big
it a
arm.
little
'Cause he can throw it hard and far. He's got a big arm. I think he was actually recruited also as baseball
Yeah.
in his day for a baseball pitcher, and that's kind of typical. I mean, a lot of the
usually
quarterbacks,
guys-
you
quarterbacks,
yeah.
shortstops,
Uh-huh.
pitchers, things like that.
So who do you like? Who are you gonna
Yeah,
take?
it's
7.5.
Indiana.
You're going to Indiana. I don't know. Everything says for me to take Indiana. Miami's played great. The one thing I'm happy is they've shown the committee that the committee's got to do something because they were tooth and nail to get in. They last team in, so much so they weren't even in the picture until the last week when they had to pick the final teams.
Yep.
I think that's a big thing. Getting the selection down. I think they belong. Also goes to me to show that Notre Dame might have been able to do some damage in this too. But the way Indiana's looked playing on all 3 levels, I think they're just slightly ahead. 7.5 is tricky, but I'm going to ride out with the Cinderella story and Kurt Signetti. They'll be making a movie in the next year or two about this this rise to fame from taking the losingest program in college football to
Didn't
winning.
Cignetti say that?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Signetti's gonna be able to write the script for his movie.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ride with Indiana.
I'm going Miami. I already said it earlier
Yeah.
as we were talking. I just think one of these games, the ball is not going to bounce Indiana's way. I just feel like a fumble is going to hit the ground and not go right to the offensive lineman on Indiana. It's actually going to go to Miami or something like that. So Indiana by 3. I'm going to say 30-27.
30,
I've been saying
27?
that the whole year. Every time we're talking about this stuff, I've been saying Indiana's just getting it. How can they keep winning?
Yeah.
And now here they are. This is the time to lose. In fact, for all the gamblers out there, they should all be picking Miami now.
Yeah,
every
because
time I
Mark
pick
picked
someone,
Indiana.
Mark picked
Every time.
Indiana.
Yep.
Right on. Well, should be a fun game. Good luck to both the Hoosiers
Yeah,
and the
I wish it wasn't so late on a Monday.
I
God,
know.
it'll be
time.
tough. Mark will not watch the game, so he'll be
You
filled
look,
in the
I
next
was
day.
trying so hard, and the last 2 games, the Thursday, Friday night games, they were fantastic.
Yep.
So, and I tried hard. I'd have to walk around and watch it. And
I
the
know.
last play of the game with Ole Miss, that was Ole Miss throwing in the end zone the Hail Mary. Was that Ole
Yes.
Miss that I'm thinking of?
That
was Ole Miss, the one that could have
They're all
potentially
jumbled.
pass
Back
And
to
by
interference.
the way, it was pass
It
interference.
was.
And it's almost like the tush push. Those are all kind of illegal plays too, that all sorts of stuff is that. And that was the same one. They say it's hand fighting. If you watch it slowly, it's not
tugged
hand
on his
fighting.
jersey.
He had
Kind
it.
of like pulled him
He had a
down
shoulder
like,
pad.
to the ground. Yeah.
And even though I can see why you wouldn't want to call that, but at the same time,
Well,
it
last
is
play.
pass interference. It kind of bugs me that wasn't.
because of the when it happened.
Yeah.
If that's in the middle of the second or third quarter, they're calling it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
So what I would do if I'm now a college coach, you know what I do? I have a Hail Mary at least every few plays. I'm going to throw it because I want that to be called. And with all those guys standing around getting ready for a jump ball, good chance I get it. It's kind of like if I'm a basketball coach, I'm telling my guys, drive the lane, get in there, you're going to
That's
get that.
why you're not a coach.
that's why you're not on Signetti.
Yeah. I bet you
Hail
Signetti
Mary
is watching
every
right now.
third
He's probably thinking, that Mark guy seems to know his stuff.
Yeah,
Well, Mark gave us a perfect segue because he was talking about the tush push, right?
Yeah.
So we talked about the college football final coming up. Let's talk about the divisional round that just happened. Got one game left on the slate. Houston takes this game tonight, by the way. They put old Aaron Rodgers, they send him off into the sunset. He's going to go out to pasture. Well, let's talk about the other games. A big day for the dogs.
Yeah.
All the dogs. Well, except
Well,
for the
New
Patriots.
England Patriots. won.
Patriots were the favorite to win. Go Pats. We
Yeah,
like that.
there you go.
So
You're
what
happy
were your
about that.
thoughts here? Good to see Eagles out of it.
I'm happy to see the Eagles out of it.
Both of you guys are Commanders fans, so it's good for you guys.
Sorry, Eagles fans. Go home and stop crying so much. You still have a pretty good team, although they, it's nice to
Some
see them
in-house fighting. So
In that game, you know who? I mean, it just reinforces that Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah.
might be one of the best skilled position players.
I mean, especially with clutch. There's 2 touchdowns in the second half. He got out there. I watched him get open on that last pass play, man. He went out wide, right? He cut back. He found himself some spot, threw the ball to him. You just kind of knew it was going to go to him with a run or a pass, one way or the other.
I'll tell you that you guys were talking about. He scored the 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but he made a play in the first quarter. He looked like a wide receiver going up. You'd think he was 6'5", going up to get a ball, high pointing it onto somebody, and
Really?
he caught it over a DB. It was like, this guy's a running back.
Yeah.
And he's out in the middle of the field, not worried about taking. He was exposed. Great hands, go up and catch it. So crazy thing about him too, he had 105 receptions or 107 receptions this year in the regular season.
Yep.
Most receivers, I don't think the Jets had their entire wide receiver group have 107 receptions.
Yeah, probably not.
I think
probably.
the 49ers are going to be tough to beat.
Oh, the problem, George Kittle going out, I think is going to affect them coming up a little bit.
But it might rally them a little bit to play.
True.
I mean, they've been unfazed by injuries this year. If there's one team that's hit the injury bug hard, it's them. I mean, they've got to be. I think it was top 3 in games missed by week 1 starters this year. So
Yeah.
I think where they really shine is they've got Purdy, and we know now that Mac Jones can come in and play. And that's a nice feeling, I think, because remember, the 49ers, aren't they the guys that in last time they got this far, they had no quarterbacks, right? They were all hurt.
Yeah,
and I
everybody got
forgot
hurt.
what they were trying to do. But that when Purdy actually hurt his shoulder and
he
couldn't play
played. Yeah, he played, but he couldn't throw
Couldn't throw the ball.
Couldn't spin it.
because they didn't have anybody else. And now I feel like if you're a 49er fan, you're probably feeling pretty good right now with your chances.
And the crazy thing is, they're getting 7 7 or 7.5 against Seattle.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
I'm gonna say I like Seattle in that game. Seattle's good. I like Seattle to get to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
They're just a well-rounded team. I think they're going to be rested. It's a tough place to play.
Seattle is a tough place
It's
to
a
play.
very tough
But
place to play.
San Fran's used to it. They play it there every year.
That's
So
true. That's true.
There's, I just think it's rookie. The experience factor is going to be huge here, right? The Seattle coaching staff hasn't been there. They've had time to game plan. Necessarily, that time off doesn't always help.
It doesn't.
Right? Like,
But I think in this situation, I just have a feeling Seattle's going to win that game. So that's where I'm going now.
I just don't see them blowing them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In terms of the NFC, you see San Fran-
49ers. I'm taking 49ers. And I've said this before. I think Seattle is one bad game, Darnold, away from just being done. That bad game's gonna happen. I don't think they get to the Super Bowl. And if they get to the Super Bowl, whoever they're gonna play, they're gonna lose. Because
Yeah.
Darnold is due, just like he's done.
He struggled down last year. We saw it with Minnesota. He struggled
Yep.
late. So, I mean, this Seattle team is better than the Vikings team last year.
Well,
right? So
Darnold
they
may
can
very
make
well
a-
be better than
He
he
could be
has
better,
ever been. So
but
Yeah, I don't know if he, but just the defense, just
The team,
the
all around.
team is well rounded. I
Yep.
think. But just to go into another divisional game, not to cut you guys off, I thought that Bills game.
Yeah, was it?
Yes, that's a good
Yeah.
game right
The
there.
Jaguars looked good too. I mean,
Yeah.
that game was tooth and nail back and forth. It was good to see that. I mean, I know you're a big Liam Cohen fan, but to see Trevor Lawrence finally get his credit because he was there. He played well.
He played well.
And they've got some pieces there. They're still young.
They'll be good next year.
Yeah, they'll be around for a bit. But you see the Bills win when Josh Allen puts it on his back.
Yep.
They don't have whole lot going on other than Josh Allen.
that was a shame. I was in the airport and I was watching and thinking this is going to be pretty cool to start the day off. Jacksonville wins their playoff game, and
Well,
which
that's a shame.
because the Bills did not deserve to win that game. I mean, Jacksonville, I think, outplayed them. This is just me visually watching. I didn't check the stats on it, but the eye test, I felt like Jacksonville was the better team, and their defense was strong. They kind of, it looked to me that they were going to win it, and when they actually get the last touchdown, to go up 27-24, yeah.
To go along with that, I'll tell you another team that looked pretty good, and we wrote them off, is the Panthers.
They did, man.
Yep.
That was
They competed with the Rams.
They almost beat them.
Coker, who's a local boy, almost had that game-winning touchdown. I mean, until the Rams came back down and scored to finish him off.
And I think what they're doing in Carolina is something special. It's good to see that some of these teams that have had some down years be able to build up through the draft, and they're giving these young coaches an opportunity, and they're there. Right? Be like Jacksonville, Carolina, they're
Doesn't seem
close.
like there's any team out there that is going to blow someone out anymore.
I
It
think
seems
that
like
they're all
on any
very
given
good
day.
parity right now in the
I
NFL.
agree.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
tonight, go back to tonight. So what's the spread on that game?
3.5. It might have bumped up to
I think it's
Houston's
3.5.
favorite.
Yeah. So
We'll
and
peek
it's
right now.
being played in Houston.
No, it's
No,
in
it's in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Let me tell you who's going to win that game. You ready?
It's
You
down to
can
3.
take this one to the bank if you're watching this. Pittsburgh Steelers are winning that game outright.
In the snow?
It doesn't matter snow, rain. It's Aaron Rodgers, and he's coming to play tonight. Even though he's old enough to be my
That just
father.
been confirmed. I'm going to bet the house on the Texans because Mark picked the Steelers.
Come on, Aaron Rodgers. Hey, give me a call, Aaron. I'm going to talk you through this. You got this.
There you
I-
go.
That defense is something different in Houston. It's traveled well. They've played really well the last 9 or 10 games to finish the year. They're not giving up much points in the pass game or the run game, and we saw what happened to Aaron Rodgers when he had a pass rush coming at him with Cleveland. They are going to get after him, and they are going to try to rip his head off. And I'm not going to be too upset about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll break the tie, but I'm not. You guys are both very confident in your picks. I am not confident in my pick, but I'm a Texans lean on this one. I just feel like the Texans, they're playing well. I think Stroud, he's had experience in the playoffs. He's going to come to play. They're going to come, and they're going to win this game by a touchdown.
Yeah,
But I'm not super confident.
I'm just sitting here thinking that Aaron Rodgers is older than you,
Yeah.
which is pretty amazing. But when you say that they were coming after him, remember that final pass that Aaron Rodgers threw down the sideline at, he just flips it and it goes 40 yards. It's pretty amazing for a guy and he is on target. I feel like he's got a couple more in him.
Oh, I'm with you. I've said it all year, and you guys gave me crap about it. Like that, Aaron Rodgers was a good fit for Pittsburgh, and they had a chance to win the division and get to the playoffs. I just think, I just think Houston's the better team, right? And it's possible. Hopefully it's a good game, right? If I'm going to stay up late tonight and watch this game, it better be something fun to watch.
Well, not only Aaron Rodgers, but Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin just wins.
He just wins.
He knows how to do
and
it.
this is where he kind of shines. That he game plans.
Although the statistics lately for him aren't great in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Statistically, win-loss record hasn't been great for him. He's gotten to the playoffs, just hasn't won a lot of games there.
He's had some struggles with his personnel. Like I say, I think now Aaron Rodgers seems to get better. That team seems to be getting better every week. And they're getting DK back. So they are getting their number one receiver back. That's right.
So maybe they just play smash mouth football and try to take a little pressure off. They've got some guys that can do it. The RPO will be huge here to kind of offset that pass rush. So
you remember when Tom Brady used to it seemed like every play it was to Edelman or it was to somebody just a quick, he snaps the ball and throws it right over the middle for 5-8 yards.
Never gets snapped.
Never gets it. That's going to be Aaron Rodgers tonight.
He's going to have to.
Yep.
I think that's the more time he holds on to the football. Well, he's always been a guy that likes to get rid of it, right? I think historically he's got the fastest release time from time snap to getting out of his hands. He's going to have to do it today, like you said. So, and if they could do that with Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, they'll be all right there. So
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and then I'm looking forward to a lot of the games next week.
Yeah, so
It'll be
your
good.
team, your Broncos are going to be in action playing the
Broncos.
Bills. Who do you like there?
Again, I'm surprised the Bills won. And it comes down to where Bo Nix, when he was playing at college, Auburn, I thought, hey, he's pretty good. Goes to Oregon, he's pretty good. But on the Broncos, even when he's just pretty good, he reminds me of Favre, that he just is such a gamer that he comes out and this guy makes things happen. When you don't think he's going to make things happen, those last plays, he needs to throw this thing over the middle kind of comparing to last night when the Eagles had to make that final play and you got, which I think Hurts is great. Had that been Bo Nix, I feel like he would have made it. It would have been done. I have that. Even when I'm watching the game last night, I'm thinking, no way does Jalen Hurts do this. And sure enough, Jalen Hurts, we're all watching. He's throwing it into triple coverage. That's the last play of your season, and that's the decision you made.
Yeah, he made a throw earlier on, a little earlier than that.
Mindset on Goddard on that play.
Yeah, but he had a throw earlier. It was a lame duck. You talk about tight spirals. It came up 2 or 3 yards short.
Well, it was windy and cold and nasty.
It just didn't look good out of his hand, and it wasn't like he was getting hit or anything. I just don't know he throws it very well.
Well, that's why I think that Nix is going to take this thing. Nix
You like your Broncos.
So you're taking the points because Buffalo's favored going to Denver.
Yeah, that's crazy.
about 1.5, right?
Yeah, well, 1.5.
It's a pick 'em game,
It's a
but even
start.
then, it should be the other way around. I think Denver. I'm
Playing
surprised.
at home, they should be.
Yeah, the 1.5 goes to Denver, but yeah, I think Broncos win this game just because I have faith in old Bo Nix. I think he's a good player.
I'm with you, Mark. I like the Broncos.
Me too. Well, because I think they're a little better. They've got a more well-rounded team. I just can't root for the Bills. I'm a Pats fan. I got
Yeah, I actually like the Bills. And usually in a situation like this, I'm going to look at these quarterbacks. I'm going to disagree with you a tad on this. I like the Broncos. Usually in this situation, I would say, okay, Josh is better than Bo.
Yep.
I'm taking the Bills because I do think Josh Allen is better than Bo Nix.
Without a doubt.
I mean, I know you're a big Bo Nix guy, and he may get there, as like his comparison to Favre. But I just think that Denver, again, is another tough place to play. They're going to be fired up there.
Tough place to play. They've got a great defense. They've been carried a lot by their defense.
And now with their running game, Harvey's been great.
RJ Harvey.
And there's talk Dobbins may be back.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Holy
If
cow.
it's not this week for the Bills game, it would be next week.
Well, and it probably at this point they don't really need him. Their receiving core is great with Sutton and Mims is looking good,
and Patrick, right? They got Tim Patrick too.
Yeah.
And their tight end is I just spaced his name. Came over from the Giants.
Ingram.
Yeah.
Evan Ingram. Yeah.
I mean,
It'd be a fun game to watch. I don't like the Bills, but I do like. I like the Bills. I know you guys don't like the Bills, but they're a fun team to watch.
We'll see how
You
the
just
Bills
like watching Josh Allen.
I do.
because that's the only thing
That's
that's
what I
fun to
like. I
watch.
like
how the
watching
Josh Allen's
He got beat
receivers,
up, but
how
he
they
brought
hold
it
up
to
against
the
like
game.
Sertan, and I mean the I think that's where they're going to beat him. I don't think they're. I think they're going to rush him hard, and he's going to have to be on his best behavior to make some plays with those receivers.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the combination of Josh Allen and James Cook is tough.
mhm.
James Cook's the leading rusher this year in the NFL.
Mhm.
And then you got Josh Allen who can also run. It causes some matchup problems. The receiver core is just not that great.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
Bills' problem, I think, is that. But
I mean, he threw it to Shakir 10 times, 12
Yeah.
times, and nobody else had like more than 3 or 4 targets.
yeah.
They just ran the ball, and that's how they won that game. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it'll be some good games. I'm looking forward to them.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, Scotty. Did you happen to have any trivia for us? Because I didn't get the preview of trivia this week, which I'm feeling slighted because I think you gave it to him, and it doesn't seem fair to me. I think you're
Well,
cheating
yeah.
me.
Is it time for did Scotty make that up?
Okay, let's do one. All right, you going to kick it off?
Dude.
All right, Scotty, we're ready for a little trivia. All right, let's do this. All right, Grant. Okay, the first one is of the 3 major sports leagues.
Well, aren't there 4?
Well, we're not talking about the NHL today.
Okay.
We could add it, but it'd take too long for this trivia. We got the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. Name the team in each sport that has the longest drought of being in the playoffs.
Holy cow!
Baseball just ended. It was the Mariners because the Mariners made it this year. They had the longest one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Zach's a baseball guy, so I'm going to say he's right.
Well,
No,
they're
no,
not
it's
because they
not.
just broke it. They just made the
It's
playoffs.
not.
currently, they
just
still
made
have it
last
going.
year.
Yeah, they just made it. It was like 17 or 18 years they hadn't made it to playoff. Well, no, probably back to 01, maybe a little after 01.
Okay, I'm going to say it's Pittsburgh.
That might not be a bad guess.
That's not correct.
I'm going to go, I think on the NBA side, I got to go with the Hornets.
That's correct.
Nice, because I wouldn't have gotten that.
I take care of you. And baseball.
What about football? NFL?
Yeah, Mark, you come up with an idea of football. I'm going to try to think of some
Right
baseball
off the
team.
top of my head, I feel like it's got to be Cleveland.
That's not correct. But you're in the right realm of bad teams.
Are we going to see? Yeah, well, the Jets. Let's see here. The
The
Jets,
Jets
I
have
think-
been quite some
yeah,
time
they've
now.
been. Yeah, it's been a while, but they.
It's Jets or Raiders.
No, I'm going to say Jets.
Jets is correct.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Baseball.
I mean, there's a few others that I feel like I haven't seen them do anything forever.
I want to say the Angels are up there now. So I'll go with the Angels.
That's right. Good
Yeah,
job.
nice
It's the
job.
Angels. Those are the 3. Good job.
Marcus, we got them all. You're welcome.
Chalk that one up to yeah.
Hey, you guys ready for another trivia?
All right, you're a
Please.
special one here.
Let's do another one. Okay, this is. I mean, we're right in the middle of NFL season, so.
Well, at the end of it, not
Wait,
in the
did
middle.
he preview this one too?
Not in the
No, I don't.
NFL playoffs. I mean.
I didn't know the question.
Yeah. Okay. The lowest seed to ever win the Super Bowl and it's tied with 2 teams.
Seahawks.
Not correct.
No, I remember this. This was not long ago when a low seed. I think they were a 500 team.
Well,
won?
that's
Yeah.
why I was saying the Seahawks because they were the last team that was a dog that won their game, but they were a division winner at 8-8 or 7-9 and got in and won against the Saints a few years back. But
I
the
feel-
Giants got to be one because they
Not correct.
I feel like it
I'm
was-
gonna give you a hint. They're both 6 seeds.
I feel like it was the Rams.
Not the Rams.
wow the Giants weren't they a 6 seed when they beat the Patriots?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna change my thought process here. They were a 6 seed, and the hint is that
That's
They're
it.
6 seed. The lowest. I guess I'll give you a hint. They're both teams that have won the Super Bowl before. Well, duh. That's part of the question.
That was a terrible hint.
That's
Scott.
a terrible hint. It's really hard for me to give you a hint here. I'm just gonna give you the answer because you guys don't know it.
Yeah.
Okay, Packers
Worst
Wow.
6 seed.
Uh-huh.
One.
and Steelers in 06.
I would have.
What?
I would have not
I
guessed.
want to know what the Giants were the year they beat the Patriots because
Okay,
I thought they were a wild card.
We'll check that out.
Yeah.
Nice
Grant,
job, Scotty.
Go to the monitor on that one. Check it out.
That's right. I don't have my computer.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, what else we do talk about?
Any final thoughts before we wrap it up? Any final thoughts?
Nope. Just looking forward to getting things rolling here on now with the playoffs full swing.
Yeah,
full steam ahead.
Last wild card game this weekend. That's the beauty of it. The games were great. They were pretty good games. I mean, even the Patriots Chargers game was a little slow, but it was a competitive game until that last touchdown at the end of the fourth quarter. So,
I do have one thing I want to ask you about. Where does John Harbaugh? Where does he go? Remember, we were talking about this.
New York Giants.
Was it you that said you didn't think he'd go there?
No, I
Because
think the Giants.
I thought the Giants the whole time, Scotty.
I was thinking the Giants as well.
I saw a rumor, and I don't know how true it is because I think some of these guys want to be head coaches, but there may be discussions of a Harbaugh, McDaniel, Antonio Pierce coaching staff in New York. It's a pretty good coaching staff put together.
I saw
That
saw McDaniel as being strongly considered to be the head coach in Tennessee.
I heard the Browns.
Look, I can't see him being the head
So
coach
many
anywhere
openings.
now. I mean, an OC maybe,
Yeah.
but even then, I think that experiment it has its limitations when you've
I mean,
got,
if we think about it, right, what he was able to accomplish with Tua. I mean, the last 2 years haven't been great, but the first 2 years were pretty solid with a guy that's not either injured or not the greatest quarterback, right? I would say he's in the bottom half of quarterbacks. They did pretty well with what he was trying to accomplish early on. Now, do teams catch up with it? Did Tua really fall off the cliff? Whatever it may be. I also think it was his first experience, and he's going to get another shot to do it.
you think so?
And whether it be the Browns might be an organization that do it, the Raiders could be an organization, but I think the Raiders got to go and flip the script, and they've got to do something. Maybe go. They tried the veteran route of Pete Carroll. I think he was just too old for it. Mike McCarthy's a name I've seen for the Raiders. But we were talking this morning, Mark. You said Stefanski got hired as the Ravens guy, which is
That's what I hear.
Oh,
That's-
really?
I feel like that was a breaking news. Check it.
You got to
You're
check
gonna
it.
check it. Yeah.
Which
Well,
that
so
would
many
be.
openings. I say give it a week or two here, and things will start popping.
What about Gruden? Why isn't Gruden coming up in
Well,
any of
he's
this? Do you think
got
he's
that-
just so? It's what he did was so
I'm
egregious
not
that he
seeing
won't
the
get another
breaking
look.
headlines yet.
I mean, I feel like he also has. If you wanted to go to college, you'd almost have the pick of the litter. But
Yeah, but why he's not? It doesn't sound like he's getting any fanfare. You don't hear anything about him, but he keeps coming out saying, "I want to coach. I'm ready to coach. I still have years." And you don't hear his name. You've got all these
Yeah.
openings, and you don't hear him at all. So I don't know. Maybe if
I
it
think
was.
he's more likely to. He would be more likely to go to college right now than the NFL, just because I think of all the issues he had when he got ousted with the Raiders. I just think
It's
that's
funny how a lot of that, though, with a lot of guys, we always talk about Bobby Petrino. These coaches that do these egregious things seem to kind of resurface, and
give him a
before you
few
know
years
it,
for
yeah.
to kind of like.
Mhm.
you
But
know,
it's been a
people
couple
forget
years
about
now.
it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It has.
And it may be that this is one that doing all of the racial things that he did and said. I mean, maybe it was just too much to overcome. That
Yeah.
they,
And that might be
that they-
too much to overcome. I don't want to start discussing any of that. But I can tell you what, like when you see him like on Twitter and stuff these days, and different videos opening in different colleges, he's likable.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, whatever it was that got him fired, the players still love him.
Mm-hmm.
Players love him.
That's how come I think he'd be good in college.
Mhm.
I mean, he'd probably be amazing at recruiting. You know, you put him in a family room.
And he's
With the-
knowledgeable.
yeah.
He's just super knowledgeable about the game. I mean, you got to be coaching at that level to say that a guy like Mike McDaniel or those guys, Stefanski, aren't knowledgeable is a disservice to them. But John Gruden, like, he can teach it. I remember when he was on Monday Night Football, just listening to that guy, you feel smarter listening to him talk about the game.
Yeah,
So,
agreed.
Speaking about talking about the game, you know who did a really good job yesterday? Tom Brady. I liked it. I'm all
I
in.
like Romo better.
I like Romo too, and a lot of people don't. But Tom Brady, I thought he did a nice job yesterday. And knowing how hard it is to sit in front of a microphone, even now we're learning how to do all this all the time. He seems to be getting better. I thought he was.
you know what the
he was
greatest thing I
likable.
heard that Peacock is doing for their game broadcast? You can mute the sound from the announcers, the commentary. Which is
Really?
good. I heard that you can adjust the volume of the commentary or the game. So you know what'll be happening when I watch a game on Peacock. Chris Collinsworth ain't
God,
I ain't
yeah,
listening
wait a
around.
minute, too long.
That's not called the volume button.
No, it's not. Like, well, you can do the volume button. It
So
would
you can
turn
still hear the
everything.
fans, but
but
not
you can
the-
still hear the
Oh,
fans and
yeah.
the game and everything. But you can mute out the commentary from those guys.
When Chris Collinsworth says pass rush,
And he talks about Patrick Mahomes nonstop, even when Patrick Mahomes isn't playing. If only the ESPN can do it, so I don't have to listen to Joe Buck. Get Joe Buck off the television.
I like Joe Buck.
I like Joe Buck. I'm okay with Joe Buck. Joe, if you're listening, you're all right.
Well, we talked a lot about football. I know we're about to wrap it up here, but I'm excited. I know we're all excited, and we're going to be talking about it coming up. So if you're hearing this part, if you're actually stuck around this long and hearing this part, the PGA season's getting ready to kick off.
That it is.
They are in Hawaii this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that, man. I love the golf season.
PGA, and we're going into the heart of college basketball.
Yeah.
Right? We're done with all the tournaments and playing some bad teams, great teams playing the bad teams to warm up. Like
It's conference play,
It's
baby.
conference play, and it's the hard days of college basketball to get to the tournament. So it's a good time of the year. Playoff football, PGA starting up, and college basketball going.
We'll have a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Absolutely. And not to mention, we'll have some local basketball. We'll be talking more. We had Coach Harris on last week, so try to get another guest or two in here in the coming weeks to talk basketball. And you said we've got a special one lined up?
Next week we'll have Taylor Moore, and he's the all-time leading receiver at Wake Forest. He's going to join us for a little chat. He's been on the practice squad off and on this year for the Eagles.
All right.
So he's coming in. He's a legend here at our local high school, Westfield High School. I think he won 3 state championships when he was playing high
pretty
school football.
impressive.
He also played basketball for him, and I think he got a state championship as well.
All right.
That'd be fun.
Yep.
All right. That'll do it for us this week. Thanks for watching. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at CYA Sideline Podcast. Thanks for watching.